What's going on? It's Tim here for 23 Days in March Production Company. It is May the 3rd, 2021, and it's a Monday here on the channel, so you know what Mondays are for. Catch you up to get you moving through the week. I'm gonna recommend, a podcast, a movie, a couple of, maybe a book, and a few photographers that I think you should be following. We're gonna go ahead and get into that. We're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it right now. Thank you again for coming to the channel and checking me out. Just really fast, if you guys can subscribe or like or share this video, it will go a long way in letting me know that I need to keep making these videos, and it'll also help me and allow me to continue to make these videos. If you are a fan of the channel, go ahead and turn on your notifications for this channel. That way you get a notification every time we drop a video. And on this channel, we drop videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is just to catch you up on, some things that I think are amazing and I want to share with you. People who I think amazing and I want to share that with you. First, before we do that, I want to shout out my boy, my guy, Madrick of DOC Music Group. He is the provider of this fresh cap that I am wearing right now, and I really like it. And I will link he's an artist out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and I will link his website in this video, and I recommend you guys check him out. He's a really dope indie artist. I've known him for, almost 10 years now, and I have watched him grow from, or listened to him grow from a, freestyle artist to an artist who puts together complete albums. And you can purchase one of his hats, t-shirts, jackets, sweaters at his website, and all those funds will go to making sure that his music career can continue to go forth and flourish. So if you want to check him out and support him, I recommend you do so. You can grab yourself one of these dope hats. He may even sign it for you because he signed mine, but I don't know, because that's just something that, you gotta really know him to get that. So, but I'm really happy that he was able to sign. I'm a big fan of his. He knows that already. So let's go ahead and get into the show. You know how we open the show. We always start off with 3 photographers that I recommend you follow on Instagram. Photographers that I find interesting, amazing, dope, or just all around good creatives. So we're gonna start with the first person who we're highlighting on today's channel from Instagram, and that photographer is Shabazz Born. He is a portrait photographer. He's aesthetically dope. I love people who have aesthetically dope pages. I try to be someone who can create an aesthetically dope feel on my page, but I just don't know if I'm doing that correctly. But Shabazz Born is aesthetically dope. His work is always dope. Every time I see it, I have to, heart it, share it on my page. His work is really involved with cars, classic cars, and I'm a classic car fan. I want to shoot classic cars. I just haven't got my way around to it, but he shoots classic cars. He not only shoots classic cars, but he adds people into the shoot. And so I love him for doing that. I also love his work because there's a great complement of colors. It is hard to find photographers who understand complementary colors, and it's even harder to find photographers who understand complementary colors and then use them correctly. And Shabazz Born does this amazingly. And so if you are looking for a dope photographer to follow, or someone to kind of get a style for your type, if you're interested in shooting cars, or if you're interested in learning complementary colors, his page is where you want to go to find that. Really dope guy. If you go to his page and like his work or follow him, just tell him or drop a line on one of his photos and say that 23 Days in March sent me. Moving right along, I pray that I say this name right, but it's Magno Lauric, and they are out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And the reason that I love this photographer is, one, because of composition. If you understand composition, I'm a fan of your work. And this photographer, every time I see their work, I know when something is composed correctly if my eye jumps around the photo looking at all of the different things that are on the photo. And so this photographer understands composition or uses composition well. And I like that, and I enjoy watching and looking at their work. The other reason that I suggest that you follow this photographer is because they have an amazing photojournalistic eye. And this photographer, if you go to their page, you'll see that they follow the BLM protests from the last year and created some really dope and amazing content. And they take creative advantage as well. They not only do photojournalist photos, but there's some creative work on their page as well. So I do recommend that you follow them, like their work. And if you do follow them, just say, just leave a message in one of their photos and say 23 days in March sent me here. The final photographer that I'm going to shout out is Birdsee, and their Instagram is right up there, Haley T. Birdsee. They are a wedding photographer. And I found this photographer a few months back when I was looking for photographers to kind of model my wedding work after, because I had a wedding to shoot and I hadn't shot a wedding in a couple of years. And I stumbled upon their account. And the reason I followed this account was because of the creativity. It is hard as a wedding photographer to be creative. It's even harder as a wedding photographer to convey your creativity well, because sometimes what can happen is you think you're being creative, but you're losing sight of what the couple wants out of the wedding shoot as well. And I look at this photographer's work and I see crafted photos that are creative, that are fun, that work within the elements that are given perfectly, the composition as well, there's no clutter in photos. It's just an all-around great photographer. And if you're a wedding or if you're getting married and you are in the Nashville area, then I personally think you should at least check out Haley. She does amazing work, and she doesn't know that I'm saying these things about her. Like I said, I don't get paid to say these things. I just kind of do it out the graciousness of my heart. So if you pay attention to Haley, or if you go to Haley and you like her work and you follow her, just on one of her photos, just say 23 days in March sent me here. It would mean a lot to me. All right, so those are the 3 photographers that you can follow or check out this week. Let's go ahead and move into the podcast that I recommend you check out. And this week's podcast is from my guy, Malcolm Gladwell. A few weeks ago, I spotlighted his book, Outliers. And today I'm spotlighting his podcast, Revisionist History. And Revisionist History is a podcast that takes the little known facts about history and kind of revisits them and puts a different and gives you a different perspective or a different point of view from whatever the point of view was at the current time when that history took place, if that makes sense. And I love this because 1, Malcolm Gladwell has an amazing voice, and 2, Malcolm Gladwell can illustrate better than anyone else that I've listened to. And I love his work. I'm such a fan of his work. I geek out anytime I see anything with Malcolm Gladwell. Right now, I'm listening to 2 of his books on Audible. And once I get through with those books, I'm pretty sure I'm going to recommend them here. But if you're looking for a good podcast to listen to, something that has good, entertaining value, and also gives you some history, gives you some knowledge of things that are happening or happened in the past in a reflective way, I implore you to listen to this podcast. And if you do listen to it, just in the comment of that podcast, just say 23 days in March sent me here. So we're going to keep it moving on to the next thing. All right. So if you're a photographer that's just starting out, or if you're a photographer that's looking to transition into a new field, then this book that I'm going to recommend for you might help you take advantage of those new fields that are out there. Just like me, when at the start of this pandemic, I was looking for ways to kind of boost my income. And one of the ways that I thought, or that I realized I could do that, was by starting real estate photography. And one of the books that I read was The Business of Real Estate Photography by Steve Ungerman. And I love this book because I went through 3 books trying to get up to a book that had an all-encompassing view of what it takes to start off in a new part of photography. And this book, when I finally got to it on Audible, did just that. It's all encompassing. It will tell you what you need in order to start your business, what you will need to grow your business, what you'll need to maintain your business. Everything from insurance to what type of camera, to websites, hosting sites, to customer expectations. All of these things this book kind of encompasses, and it gives you a really, really good starting place to start your business. 2 days after I listened to this book, I started my real estate photography company, and I have done several shoots, and I've booked several clients based off of the readings that I found in this book. So I highly recommend it. It's a good book. You gotta check it out. If you're a photographer and you're looking for ways to diversify your portfolio and your income, then you can literally take the equipment that you have now. If you have a DSLR and a couple of lenses and a tripod, you could literally be starting your business in real estate photography right now, today or tomorrow. It's a really good listen. You can find it on Audible. I'll link it in the description box. It took me probably about 2 days to listen to. So it's an easy listen, chock full of information. And the good thing about it is once you have it on Audible, you have it for a lifetime. So you can go back in and listen to it and take notes at various points. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. That's it for this week, y'all. That's it. Thank you again for checking me out. Wednesday, I got another YouTube video coming. Wednesday's episode will be 3 ways you can supplement your photography income. So you don't want to miss that. It's going to be real good. I'm going to have some really good ways that you can supplement your photography income, make a couple $100 every week to a couple $1,000 every week. So if you're a photographer and you're looking to supplement your income, go ahead and turn the notifications on for this channel, and you'll be one of the first ones to get in on the good news I'm going to have for you guys on Wednesday. I thank you so much for all of the love you've given me in this channel. I thank you for the positivity. I thank you for the thumbs up that you've given me on every video, for the views you've given me. I want to tell you, if you got something that's going on in your life and you feel that it's amazing and you think it's something that's great, keep pushing. Everything that you want in your life, everything that you manifest in your life that you say you want, it's already there for you. Like I tell you, you just got to go get it. That's it. You guys have a good one. Be blessed, and I'll catch you on Wednesday. Peace.